Hello, good morning, my dear students, class 7. So, what we will be discussing in today's session? We will be discussing the civics chapter number 1 on equality. Okay, so are you ready, my dear students? Let's start. Okay, so see here, the picture has been given in your textbook. Okay, so what this picture suggests, we can see there is a line of Manjeet Kaur, which is teacher. Then after Teja Singh, trader. Girish Rao, he is a student. Then Kanta Devi, she is a domestic worker. And then Sujata, she is also domestic worker. Then after Abdul Rahman, he is artisan. After that, Shabnam Bano, she is a housewife. And after her, behind her, Gracie Lelang, she is a consultant. And then Isaac Lelang, he is a government officer. Then Ruxana Mirza, she is a media person. And the second last is Yogi Raj, he is unemployed. And the last is Ashok Jain, he is an industrialist. Okay, so this line we are looking here. So what about this line is? This line is for to casting the votes. Okay, all the people have gathered here to cast their vote. So see, this is the equal right to vote as we are discussing here. Our India is a democratic country, so that we have discussed in the sixth grade. So we look at the key element of the democratic government as a democracy. So what it includes: people's participation, the resolution of conflict, and the equality and the justice. Okay, so equality, as we are talking about the equality is a key feature of democracy. And the equality also influences all the aspect of its functioning. So in this chapter we will read more about the equality, that what what is the equality, and why it is important in a democracy, and whether or not everyone is equal in India. Okay, so so that all things we will be discussing in this same chapter. So let's begin with the story of Kanta. Okay, so which is looking back. Are you looking here? Number 4, Kanta Devi is there, and she is discussing she is discussing to Sujata. Okay, so what she is discussing, that isn't it good, Suja, that we can all vote as equal citizen of our country? Even Jain Sahib is standing in the line with us. Okay, and Sujata said yes. So she is telling that see, that this is good thing, na, Suja. Okay, she is her friend, so she is calling her Suja. So is it means this is good thing, that see, we are getting the equal right to vote, to cast our vote. Even Jain Sahib, he is a industrialist, and though he is a industrialist, though he is a rich person, he is also in the same line to cast their vote. So isn't it good thing that we are getting the equal right to vote? Yes. So Suja said yes. So what happened, that Kanta's turn came for voting. So Suja said that go on, Kanta, it's your turn now. Okay, and the Kanta has gone in. And sorry, while she is casting her vote, so what something she says in her mind, that I will vote for the candidate who has promised to bring pipe water to our area. Okay, so where does she live in the area? So she is thinking that I will give the vote for that person only, who will bring the pipe water in our area. So to that candidate only I will give the vote. The thinking process is going on in her head, and she cast her vote. So afterwards what happened, so you will see you later, Kanta. So Jain Sahib went in his car. and he take her leave, and okay, means his turn also over, and he went in his car. So when Kanta is returning back to her work, Sujata is there with her, and she discusses with Sujata that Gudiya has been running fever, and I have to take care. I have to take her to the hospital, but I will have to finish the work at Sahib's house first and ask for the advance. Okay, now see. Now, Kanta Devi, it seems that she is in need of money. So, her daughter is ill, not well. So, she want to take her to the doctor, and she says that first I will go to the work, and then I will ask for the advance money, and then I will take my daughter to the doctor. Okay. So as she comes in her home, she is giving something hot to her daughter, that here, have some of this, you will feel better, and when I get back in the evening, I will go to the hospital. Okay. So now something hot she gives to her daughter, and said that till I come, you have it and slip it down. So when I return from the work, I will take you to the hospital, or I will take you to the doctor. She thinks about that. It's no wonder that Gudiya falls ill often. The basti is never clean. So where in that area, where does she live? That area seems it is not clean, which is called basti. And she said that okay, this is not wonder that my Gudiya falls ill on and often, because there is no cleanliness in the basti. The basti is not never clean. Okay. So like that she thinks. And on the next page we can see that Kanta is working in Jain Sahib's house, and Jain Sahib's missus is asking her to make sure to do the corners properly as she is wiping the floor. So Jain Sahib's missus said that check the corners properly, there should no dust anymore. Okay. So she gives some money to her, and she said that here is your advance, here is your advance, Kanta, but don't make a habit of it. Then Kanta said, yes madam, no madam, I will not make habit of it. She takes the money, and she takes her daughter to the hospital. As she reaches to the hospital, she has a doubt, that Kanta has a doubt that really she is equal. Okay, now see my dear students, in the first slide we saw that all the citizens are there in the line for casting their votes. So she could see the equality for casting their votes. Okay. But in the hospital, when she reaches to the hospital, the question arises in her mind that now see, she there also line is there in the hospital, and she is quite back. So she thinks that okay, we have less money, so we have to stay back of the line. Okay. If there would be Ashok Jain and Chote Lal to their neighbor. So in the democratic country like India, the adults, irrespective of what religion they belong, how much education they have had, and what caste of there. Okay. So whatever they are, rich or poor, they are allowed to vote. Okay. But this, as you have already read in the previous. Okay. So it is called the casting the vote, it is called the universal adult franchisee, and it is essential aspect of all the democracies. Okay. So the idea of universal franchisee based on the idea of equality, that we have seen that all the citizens were there in one line to casting their votes, because it states that every adult in the country, okay, every adult in the country, irrespective of their wealth and communities she or he belongs to, has one vote. Okay. So Kanta is excited to vote and happy that she is equal to all of the others, because each of them has one vote. Okay. So as we have seen that that time Kanta was happy, but what is what is it that makes Kanta unsure in the hospital? That see at the day let us take a look on the day in her life. She lives in the slum area, okay, and the drain behind her house, her daughter is sick but cannot take the day off from her work because she needs to borrow money from the employees, okay. So to take the child to the doctor, she needs to work there. So her job as a domestic helper tries her out, and finally she ends her day by again standing in a long line. In this line in front of the government hospital is unlike the one of the morning, because most of the people standing in are poor, okay. So uh, Kanta is one of many people who live in a democratic country, okay, democratic India, sorry, and who have the right to vote, but whose daily living and working conditions are far from equality, far from the equal, right, my students? So apart from being poor, okay, people in India experiences what? The inequality in the different ways that we will see. So, one of the more common forms of inequality here we see that in India is the caste system. That in 6th standard also we have discussed it, that India has the caste system. So, if you live in the rural area, okay, rural area, your caste identity is something that you probably learned or experienced very young. So if you live in the urban area, some of you might think that people no longer believe in caste, but just look at these matrimonials show here in the slide, that matrimonials shown from the leading English newspaper also. You will see how important the issue of caste continues to be in the minds of highly educated urban Indians. So my dear students, see, even though we are reading the English newspaper, we can see the advertisement, or we can see the matrimonial on the matrimonial page, that the bride or bridegroom, they seek their partners from the same caste, okay, they prefer the partners from the same caste. So here we can say that let us read the okay, we will discuss the story about that Om Prakash Valmiki afterward. But see, my dear students, this is the caste system as we are discussing. So as we are discussing the inequality, okay, inequality, so we have to start from ourselves, okay. So here we can see that the in the rural area the caste system is strong, and in urban area, okay, means in urban area people believe that no longer believe in the caste, okay. We will see the read the story about the experiences of a Dalit child who is attending the school, okay. You have already read about the Dalit, what is Dalit, in the previous grade in the 6th standard. So Dalit is a term. What is mean by Dalit? Dalit is a term that the so-called lower caste, okay, so-called lower caste used to address themselves. So Dalit means broken, okay, and by using this word, lower caste are pointing to how they were and continue to be seriously discriminated against. So they use this term as a Dalit. So Om Prakash Valmiki, as you are looking in this slide, Om Prakash Valmiki is a famous Dalit writer, okay. So what he says in his autobiography, he has written the autobiography Jhutan, okay. So in his Jhutan autobiography he says that I had to sit away from the others in the class, and that too on the floor. The mat ran out before reaching the spot I sat on. Sometimes I would have to sit way behind everybody right near the doors. Okay, so in his autobiography, Jutan is the name of his autobiography. He says that he had to sit away from the others in the class. Okay, and that also on the floor he had to sit. The mat ran out before reaching to the spot where he reaches to the mat. Okay, so sometimes what he had to do, sometimes he would have to sit way behind everybody, okay, right near the doors or near the corners. So sometimes they would beat me without any reason. It is his experience, Om Prakash Valmiki's experience, that he says that the students would beat him without any reason. When he was in class 4, when he was in class 4th, the headmaster asked Om Prakash to sweep the school and the playground. So he writes, the playground was way larger than my small physic could handle, and cleaning it, because see my dear students, you are there in 7th standard, and while Om Prakash Valmiki said that when he was in 4th standard, okay, when he was in 4th, he was too small, right? So uh, when he was in 4th standard, what his headmaster asked him to sweep the school and the playground. Okay, so he writes that his hands were too small to manage the broom and all that. So my back began to ache. His back began to aching. So his face was covered with the dust, and dust had gone inside his mouth. The other children in my class were studying and I was sweeping. So see, this thing what he has experienced, he has written in his Jutan autobiography. So headmaster sitting in his room and watching him. Now, he said that I was not even allowed to get a drink of water. See my dear students, so I sweep the whole day from the doors and windows of the school rooms, the eyes of the teachers and the boys say the spectacles. Saw this spectacle. So Om Prakash was made to sweep out the school and the playground for the next couple of days, and this only came to end when his father, who happened to be passing by, when Om Prakash father was passing nearby the school, he saw that and he confronted the teachers. Okay, he grumbled to the teachers, and he then walking away, he took his hand and scolding to the teachers, he hold over Om Prakash Valmiki's hand and said loudly for all them to hear that you are a teacher. Okay, you are a teacher, so I am leaving now. But remember uh, this much, master. He will study right here. Okay, so in this school, and not just him, but there will be more coming after him. So by saying this, his father took him from there. So this was the experience of Om Prakash Valmiki when he was in 4th standard, and in his Jutan autobiography all these things he has been discussed here. So my dear students, let us stop here. The next session we will see the story of Mr. and Mrs. Ansari, which would you feel interesting, and you can relate the equality with these aspects. Okay, so till that, see you, bye, thank you.